Join me for a walking tour of Larkspur downtown. We're going to start in the neighborhood flats just off Magnolia. This is what an evening in Marin feels like at peak hour. All right, so here we are. Just came down from the hills. Now I want to show you something totally different. This is the flat neighborhood, and it's actually directly behind Perry's on Magnolia. We'll see that here in a moment. It's a beloved restaurant. Now, you'd never know it's here unless someone showed you this little neighborhood, and that's kind of the point. Look at these trees. Look at how they canopy over the entire street. In San Francisco, you're lucky if you get one tree on your block. Here, the whole neighborhood is tucked in. It's quiet. It's shaded. And your steps, literally steps from everything on Magnolia. I wanted to show you because it's just one of those pockets, people moving from SF, they find Larkspur and they easily find the downtown. But this little enclave right behind Perry's, this is the stuff you only learn when you're there and you start walking it. I love this street in particular. Notice the variety. You've got a vintage original here, and next door, something that's been completely reimagined, and that's Larkspur. It's not a subdivision where every house looks the same. Every lot has its own personality. This is what walkability actually means. Not there's a sidewalk. It means your Thursday night is walk out your front door, through the neighborhood, past the trees, grab a table at Perry's, which is what we're looking at right there. All right, I'm going to get away from this little patch of foxtails right here. My point is, you didn't have to touch your car. You didn't have to fight for parking. That's life in Larkspur. So that's what I really want you to see. Perry's is right there. Magnolia Avenue is right there. You're a 2-minute walk from dinner, coffee, and everything downtown. And across the street, we're looking at Dolliver Park. It's green space, playground, people picnicking. You're not driving to the park, you're walking, right? It's not like San Francisco where you gotta get in the car to get to Golden Gate Park and circle around for parking. You grab your shoes, get the kids, and go. Perry's has been here forever, housed in the 1888 Lark Creek Inn. It's American comfort food under the redwoods with patio lights coming on at dusk. In San Francisco, you'd wait an hour for a table like this. And here, you just walk over from your neighborhood. The Shack is a cozy little artsy parlor on Magnolia, small batch scoops, house-made waffle cones, creative flavors. They change up all the time. Next door, Boy Chick Bagels is tiny, no inside seating, just a counter, but they're turning out the most authentic, chewy New York-style bagels you'll find on this coast. Equator Coffee is a local fave, sustainably driven, locally sourced, full espresso bar, plenty of seating inside and out. They designed the place around Marin cycling culture. It's got that laid-back, neighborly feel, and the patio is perfect spot to post up with the coffee and watch Magnolia do its thing. Bring your dog to Equator Coffee and check out Brownie's Pet Boutique, a charming little gem tucked behind Equator. It has human-grade treats, freshly baked dog cookies, beautiful local crafted collars, leashes. It's the kind of shop where they remember your dog's name. Pavilion is an upscale women's boutique where it's less like shopping and more like personal styling sessions. And king of the roll is this unpretentious little sushi hideout that turns out some of the freshest fish on Magnolia. I'd tell you about more of these shops, but you know what? I just need to take in the scene here. Look at the manicured hedges. We got a couple walking hand in hand right in front of us. This, by the way, is the path to Brownie's, that little dog boutique I mentioned just a moment ago. The Vola Rustica is packed tonight. String lights glowing, summer cabin warmth spilling onto the sidewalk. It's the kind of Italian spot where the owner greets you at the door like family, and every plate tastes like it came from someone's grandmother's kitchen. Here's our couple walking hand in hand again. We'll give them a little space as we get ready to approach another great little restaurant if you're looking for outdoor alfresco dining. Pizzeria Pico is buzzing. Every table on the patio is full. Wood-fired pizzas landing left and right, that thin crust Calipolitan magic, practically weaving through the dining area here to keep faces off the camera. But look at this. This is what a Thursday night in Larkspur looks like. I'm crossing over to King Street here, and look at this. St. Patrick's. Built in 1941, Spanish colonial revival, and one of the oldest buildings in Larkspur, and still an active parish. Directly across from St. Patrick's Catholic Church is Larkspur City Hall. This building is the anchor of the entire historic district. For over 100 years, this building has been both city offices and public library. It was saved in 1982 by a group fighting off shopping center developers when they got it added to the National Register in 1982. Next door is Central Marin Fire Station 15, a fixture for decades, now the headquarters of both Larkspur and Corte Madera Fire Authority. And inside that building is a historic museum that tracks the town's firefighting roots. The Larkspur Public Library has transitioned out of the City Hall building to a brand new modern location, and I will show you that later in the tour. So next to the church is St. Patrick's School, and it's private Catholic elementary and middle, so K through 8th. And it's rigorous academics with traditional moral values. So parents feel that there is a great community and nurturing environment that helps kids prepare for the top high schools. It's the kind of place where families enroll and never leave. So between the church and the school, this whole corner is about putting down roots. DJ's Chinese cuisine has indoor and outdoor seating, so a little unassuming American Chinese with a mix of other things. Across the street is a great salon, and this is an awesome coffee cart. The building in front here is Larkspur's newest addition. It's going to be a farm-to-table Mediterranean and North African grill and bar. Now this here is another one of the historic buildings in Larkspur, the Silver Peso. Built as a blacksmith shop in 1905 and named after the silver pesos and XGI salvaged from Manila Bay. It's where construction workers and millionaires drink the same cheap beer. The new owners had to rebuild it after a car crashed into it in 2025, and they kept every bit of that dive bar soul intact. 2 doors down from the Peso is Emporio Rulli. Picture little tables crowded with paninis and Milanese pastries. It's like someone airlifted a proper European coffee house right onto Magnolia. This is a local landmark. Larkspur shows up here, whether it's inside or outside, for cappuccino and a ketchup. And Mag's local yogurt, self-serve, endless toppings. Definitely the after-school crowd's favorite stop on Magnolia. You've got 3 completely different shops in a row following Emporio Rulli, L'Ambiente, 2 Birds, and the lingerie shop. Now we are passing through another historic building, the former Lucky Supermarket. 40 years, a staple of the community, closing permanently in 2023, and it's now designated for mixed-use redevelopment, and the city is really pushing hard for a new grocery stretch. You've got Folio for colorful stationery and custom gift wrapping, then Citrine, Park Boutique, Park Yoga Studio, and the only salt sanctuary in Marin County, and just past that, Nicolette for high-end women's fashion with a styling team that actually knows what they're doing, and Coquelicot. A striking yellow corner building full of French antiques and Parisian housewares. Let's cross the street and go to the Left Bank Brasserie. It sits inside a landmark that started as a railroad hotel in 1895 and was reborn as the Blue Rock Inn in 1911. A fire in 2002 led to the full restoration that brought it back to its 19th century charm. In 1994, a globally celebrated French chef opened the location to create a casual French spot where you can drop in for oysters, wine, or steak frites. And the place stays woven into the community with Bastille Day celebrations and charity dinners for local schools. The building also has a notorious history. During Prohibition in the 20s, the inn reportedly served as a hub for bootleggers and a hangout for out-of-towners enjoying the rowdy Larkspur reputation. You can enjoy the echoes of that notorious past when you go inside the building and see a long wooden bar that is believed to be original to the building. Burritoville is also a historical landmark, serving the community for 25 years. And Shinto specializes in pet nutrition, offering a variety of dog and cat food. The Lark Theater is an Art Deco gem with a neon sign and step tower. Opened in 1936. It was saved from demolition by a grassroots community campaign in the early 2000s, and now it sits on the National Register of Historic Places. Today it's a nonprofit sustained by members and volunteers. Fresh off a $2.5 million renovation that added a stage for live performances alongside upgraded screens and lighting. The programming spans everything from independent films, documentaries, classic movies, live music, and the Mill Valley Film Festival. And if you look right here, you can see this is a live performance. The Lark is not just a movie theater, it is a full-on community arts center. So all of what I've shown you is considered old downtown Larkspur. It's charming, historic district, originally a weekend getaway for San Franciscans. It's centered on Magnolia Avenue and perfectly blends 1900 small-town California ambiance with upscale dining, indie boutiques, and a strong sense of community. So here we are, walking this quiet stretch from Magnolia over to Doherty, and honestly, this is the part where you ask yourself, could I see myself here? Not on vacation, not for a weekend, but on a Thursday afternoon, swinging by the Peso or grabbing coffee at Equator, maybe catching a movie at the Lark. Is this the rhythm that fits? Because here's what I want to show you next. And this is where Larkspur really tips its hand for families. We're going to pass a gas station snack shack that's basically high school central after 3 p.m. Then we'll walk by a racket club, the new library, some homes along Doherty, Pixley Park. We'll get a quick peek at the Redwood High School sports complex. There's the Thomas High School and the main campus itself. All of it in walking distance of downtown. I'm going to take a pause here before making that turn on Doherty, and I think we'll save that segment for another video. Thanks for joining me on a walk through downtown Larkspur tonight. I hope you enjoyed it and it gave you a real sense of what it's like living in this part of town. If you would like to see any of this in person, my contact information is below. I'd be delighted to grab coffee at Emporio Ruli, or if you want to grab a bite at Perry's, I'd be delighted to do that and talk about what your thoughts are and maybe go see some homes in Larkspur or Corte Madera. Again, my contact information is below, and thanks for coming, and check back. I'm going to be doing some more neighborhood walkthroughs and driving tours, and I hope you enjoy those just as much. All right. Have a great evening.